You have seen it 100 times. The robin on your lawn stops pulling worms, tilts its head, holds perfectly still. The cardinal at your feeder pauses mid-meal, turns its head sideways, looks at you with one eye, and your first thought, every single time, is the same: how cute. It is curious about me. It is not curious about you. It is doing something far more precise, far more calculated, and far more urgent than curiosity. You have been standing in your yard being assessed by a visual system that was already ancient when the first humans ever looked up at the sky. And you thought it was just being cute. Stay with me, because the last thing we cover is the part that changes not just how you see the head tilt, but how you see every moment a bird has ever looked at you. Think about the last time a bird looked directly at you. Not flying past, not at the feeder with its back turned, actually stopped, tilted its head, and held your gaze with one eye. How long did it hold it? Tell me in the comments. The species, the moment, how long it lasted. I want to know. I read every single one. This is Secret Bird Mind. Subscribe, because what you are about to learn will change what you see the next time a bird tilts its head at you. Start with the eye. Your eyes were built for hunting, both facing forward, locked together. Depth perception, distance judgment, the vision of something that chases. A robin's eyes were built for surviving, one on each side, almost completely separate, seeing nearly the entire world simultaneously. The vision of something that is always being hunted. You are looking at a robin. The robin is looking at everything. Research on avian visual systems, published in the Journal of Experimental Biology, documented that most songbirds have monocular fields of vision spanning between 150 and 170 degrees per eye, with only a small frontal overlap where both eyes see simultaneously. For a robin, that frontal overlap is roughly 20 to 30 degrees. For a human, it is over 120. This means that when a bird wants to examine something closely, something it needs to assess with real precision, it cannot simply stare at it head-on the way you would. Staring head-on uses the weakest part of its visual system, so it tilts. But the tilt is not just about seeing better. It is about something happening directly above the bird that you cannot see at all. The robin on your lawn is not tilting its head to look at you. It is tilting its head to look at the sky. Picture this. Your robin is on the lawn, head tilted left. You assume it is listening for worms underground. It is not listening. That left eye, angled toward the grass, is tracking movement 3 inches below the surface. That right eye, angled toward the sky, is running a continuous sweep of everything above it, in the same second, without blinking, without choosing between them. Research on foraging behavior in American robins from the University of Bristol documented that the head tilt performed while hunting worms is directed upward, not toward the ground as most people assume. The worm and the hawk, both at the same time. Your robin is not distracted. It is the most focused thing in your yard. But the robin's hunting tilt is only one version of this. The tilt you see when a bird looks directly at you is doing something different and far more personal. When a cardinal tilts its head and holds your gaze with one eye, it is placing your image on the area of its retina with the highest concentration of photoreceptors, the fovea. Humans have one fovea per eye, one high-resolution zone, one place where vision becomes truly sharp. Many songbirds have two zones of maximum clarity, 2 windows of perfect focus in each eye. Research published in Vision Research documented that many songbird species have not 1 but 2 foveae, compared to 1 in humans. When a cardinal tilts its head and holds your gaze, it is not giving you a casual glance. It is doing something no human eye is capable of. It is seeing you in a level of detail you cannot see yourself. It is reading you. And here is the part that most people never consider. The bird tilting its head at you right now has almost certainly seen you before. What it is doing in this moment is not a first impression. It is an update. Research on individual human recognition in wild birds from the Max Planck Institute for Ornithology documented that wild birds maintain long-term recognition files on individual humans they encounter regularly, updating those files each time they observe a new behavioral data point. The tilt is the update, the angle of your approach, the speed of your movement, whether you looked directly at the bird or away from it, whether you slowed down or kept your pace, whether you reached toward the feeder or stopped short. All of it registered, all of it filed. Every time you have walked outside and a bird has tilted its head at you, you thought it was a moment of accidental eye contact. It was not accidental, it was deliberate, it was purposeful. It was a creature with a brain the size of a walnut, running a recognition assessment on you, specifically, updating a behavioral file that may have been started the first week you moved in. You have been under observation longer than you realized. Picture this. You walk outside Tuesday morning. Same time as always. The chickadee is on the branch above the feeder. It tilts its head, holds you for 3 full seconds. You look back. It does not flush. Wednesday morning. Same chickadee, same branch. But this time, it lets you get 6 inches closer to the feeder before it shifts position. Thursday morning, 8 inches. Friday morning, it does not move at all. Nothing changed about you. Nothing changed about the feeder. The file changed, and the file said, "This one is safe." That is what the tilt was doing on Tuesday morning. It was not admiring you. It was deciding you. Research on habituation in wild songbirds from Oxford University confirmed that birds exposed to consistent, predictable humans over extended periods showed progressively reduced alert and assessment behaviors, including the lateral head tilt, as familiarity increased. The bird that no longer tilts its head at you is not ignoring you. It already knows everything it needs to know. Think about every morning a bird has ever tilted its head at you. Every robin on your lawn, every chickadee on the branch, every cardinal that paused before it flew away. Every single one of them was running the same assessment, looking at the same human, updating the same file. And the birds that know you best, the ones that have been watching you season after season, have already made their decision. They decided you were safe. They decided this yard was worth staying in. They decided you were the kind of human they did not need to keep assessing. And that, more than any feeder you have filled or any morning you have shown up, is what a wild bird's trust actually looks like. Not the bird that tilts its head at you. The bird that stopped. Tell me in the comments. Think about the last time a bird tilted its head and held your gaze. What species was it? How long did it hold? And did it let you get closer afterward? I want every detail. I read every single one. If this changed the way you see what is actually happening, the next time a bird looks at you, share it with someone who has been watching birds for years and still thinks the head tilt is just curiosity. They are about to find out what was actually happening. Accurate bird mind. I will see you in the next one.